program not too long ago who said they used peyote to have spiritual experiences. Would you say that it is a bad thing for someone to use drugs to seek a spiritual experience?
I don't think it would be a bad thing. I really don't, because the drug is like a gateway. That's to me really that's all it is a gateway to set yourself up so that you're receptive to what you see.
Mm-hmm. And so you mentioned in the first hour that you were in a sort of building and you were on a bench, and I've heard people say that in near-death experiences that their life is played before them, and sometimes they die and they head to the light and they see their life replayed. So were these events in your life, the good choice and bad choice, were they, would you say, profound events, or were they run-of-the-mill, say you snatched a paperclip from your job or you stabbed somebody? I mean, was there any sort of level to it? Were they traumatic events either way, or were they just menial day-to-day events?
They're traumatic events, the major ones.
Okay. And, all right, we have this question here. Do you attend any sort of recovery group?
No, I don't. But I have attended some. I don't do any on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
I have over the years. I've been to Alcoholics Anonymous a few times, but I've worked out all those problems.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I was doing for the last 30 years.
Okay.
I can share this.
And I know we tried to ask you in the first hour how long were you out of your body. Now I'm really not sure, because you mentioned near death, and I think we tried to determine, did you go from near death to death? So was it near death or was it death?
Looking back on it, I would have to say it was death.
Okay. And to clarify, the approximate time you were gone, like you said, there was nobody there to check it, but it seems like you went a whole lot. You went to a number of places. You went to Egypt. You went to the moon. You went to outer space. Was that all in the blink of an eye, you think, or did you feel like time was passing as you were traveling?
I felt like time was passing as
Mm-hmm.
As I was traveling,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't the same type of time that we would think of.
And as you traveled in space, did you see the origin of the Big Bang?
No, I did not.
Okay.
That's one of those things I wish that I would have thought of asking
Mm-hmm.
questions.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you ever may have another possibility of? Do you think you could recreate the scenario at the time of your journey, what you were doing, how you were acting? Do you think if you recreated that, you would get another chance?
Maybe. There's always been a thought in my mind for at least the last 5 years would be to see if I could be regressed to it.
Okay.
If that could be done safely.
All right, safely. All right, David, now do you follow any particular religion?
No, I do not. No, I do not. I would describe myself as, person who believes in God, person who believes in love. But so far as churches, I've tried Catholic religion, I've tried Unitarian religion, and even the Nova Spiritus is a religion that Sylvia Brown sponsors. I've been to these type of churches, but none of them really stuck with me. I didn't feel real comfortable in them, so I'm really not religious. More spiritual, I would say.
Okay, all right. And based on this traumatic event, it sounds like so many things happened to you, and you saw so many things. How would you explain your perception of God to the Edge audience?
Well, my perception of God is like I was showing. It's the baseline energy of everything that is. It's the life force that is what the life force is what the aura is, and I believe that God is the aura that is and everything. The base energy of the auras.
Okay. By the way, and a question from the live chat, which goes just a little bit back to our moon questionnaire. When you were around the moon, did you happen to see maybe a moon base or anything?
No.
Did you see any? Did you see any craft in your spatial journey?
No, I did not. I didn't see any satellites. I didn't see anything like that at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you see maybe a round disc flying through the air?
No.
Did you see somebody piloting this disc? Did he look like an insectoid? And I'm sorry, let's get back here. Whoa, Daniel, slow down. All right, let's get to this. Describe the Jesus you saw.
Okay, he was it's light at first, and then he slowed down to this to look like this picture that I saw in the Lutheran school. He had longer type hair. He had blue eyes. He had some pretty high cheekbones. He was, I would say handsome for a male. As a male can call another male handsome. He had a robe on. He was, I don't know, I would say probably maybe 5.5 feet, 6 feet tall. But he didn't stay like that for very long. It was only a couple of seconds, just so I could recognize him. And when I saw him, that picture is the first thing that I thought of.
And what did he transform into something else?
He transformed into the white light, like a white type of an aura. It was extremely white. It was the most perfect white I ever saw.
Did you see a Muhammad figure there?
No, I did not. But I was told that Jesus is one of many master vibrations.
So I would say, would you say the same thing for Buddha?
Yeah, I would say
Buddha.
I would tend to believe that he's a master vibration also.
All right. Okay.
Masters for different types of people.
Okay, we have this question from the Fast Blast. What about Bob? Have you had any more meetings with Bob?
No, I have not. I did the night after the experience. I did see him, but he started to tell me things that would happen. He started telling me things that I need to be doing, and I didn't want to hear that at the time because I was still trying to process this big, huge thing, and I had all these other things to process too, and it was too much for me. So I told him I wanted to be left alone, and I think he respected that.
Wow. Okay, and so do you feel like you were given a second chance?
Absolutely.
Now, what do you think happens to a person if they commit suicide?
Well, suicide to me is a really important thing, and it goes back to the reincarnation concept. What I believe happens when a soul commits suicide is it breaks the contract of sorts that it made between other souls that are here on the planet. It basically takes that soul out of the picture and leaves a void for the rest of the souls that they were supposed to interact with.
So,
not a good thing.
Okay, so do you think a body can exist without a soul?
With that body?
Yeah.
That's the only way that I can think of it.
Well, some suggest some suggest there are among us people that have no souls, and the emblematic visualization of them is they usually have dark, piercing eyes, like there's nothing behind there, sort of like a John McCain figure, where you look in there and you're not seeing nothing on the other side, or somebody that's screaming Allah, getting ready to pull the trigger on a bomb.